Hey YouTube, seems like long time no talk, and that is 100% my bad. So I want to get right into this because I have a lot to go over, and yeah, I don't want to waste any time. So if this is your first time on my channel, my name is Jessica and I'm the owner and operator of Roundtown Candle Co. I'm a small hand-poured soy wax candle business. I am in a little town in Ohio, and I just opened up my very first brick and mortar. So the last time I talked to you guys, I was freaking out. And so let's pick up where we left off. So last Thursday, I had the soft opening for my store where it was like just my immediate family, Chris and the kids. It was very small and intimate, and it was really nice because for the most part, I've kept everyone out of the store up to that point. So they may have seen little bits and pieces of it. Obviously, Chris, he's here with me all the time, and the kids have kind of popped in and out, but for the most part, my parents, my sister, my aunt, my in-laws, mother-in-law, hadn't really seen it. So the soft opening was really cool because it was just casual and just my family, so there wasn't any pressure or anything like that. So they got to come in and see the store and check everything out. And I asked them too, like, please, if you have any feedback or constructive criticism, I promise I can take it. I will not be upset. I just definitely want to know if you have suggestions. Maybe there's something that I've been staring at for the last several weeks that I'm just, a fresh set of eyes might be okay. So anyways, so they all seemed to like the setup and everything. No one really had any kind of suggestions or anything like that. So I gave them the opportunity, of course, to shop, and that was one, so they could kind of have first pick on everything. But really the main thing about it is I wanted to make sure that I understood the process start to finish, because I've used a little portable card reader and done stuff like that, but I've never been set up with cash register, barcode scanner, barcode system, the tap and insert, deal that stays connected all the time. I've never done that stuff. So I really wanted to make sure that I understood it, that there were no glitches. And boy, am I glad I did that, because my sister was the first one to make a purchase, and I get everything together. I type her name in. Of course, she's a returning customer. I use my barcode scanner. It's scanning everything in. I'm like, okay, this is awesome. And then we go to check out, and there's like a connection issue, and it won't allow her to pay by card. It will only allow for a cash payment. And at this point in time, I don't have my little portable card reader here because I don't think I need it. So I start to get a little bit panicked. And of course, like, they don't care. They're my family, and they're here to help me and support me and work out these bugs. But for me, there was so much pressure on this, and it just felt really heavy. Up to that point, I've been battling, as I told you guys in my last video, some real big ups and downs as far as feeling motivated, confident, excited, and then all of a sudden feeling like, what am I even doing? How can I even do this? So to have a glitch like that was a blessing and a curse. It was a blessing because it really put me under that pressure of, okay, things are not going exactly as they should. I need to be able to be prepared for this to happen in any situation, whether it's family, a returning customer, a brand new customer. I need to know how to control myself, how to work through the problem. But then it was also a curse because, didn't help the anxiety and all that stuff. So anyways, as the candle gods would have it, they somehow waved their magic wand and everything just suddenly clicked. So I don't know what it was. I was online, everything looked good. It didn't work, and then it did. And then from that point on, it worked great. So I was super happy about that. So everyone shopped, everything went great. I felt really excited, really confident, totally ready for grand opening. that was exactly what I needed. So go home that night. Yes, it just feels really good. And then wake up Friday morning and it was like the soft opening didn't even happen. I was worried about whether or not I'd have enough time to kind of tie up loose ends. I was just kind of struggling because now it's, this is Friday and opening is tomorrow, Saturday. And I just like all the feelings came back to me. So I was gonna see if I could take the day off of work or part of the day off of work from the auto repair shop so that I could have a little more time to try to get things, loose ends tied up here. Well, as luck would have it, or bad luck would have it, one of our mechanics was out unexpectedly. So that meant I couldn't get away from the office because Chris couldn't cover for me because he was now out in the shop. So cue the nerves. Stomach is a mess, can't really eat, but I know I need to eat. And then it's like from not eating, my stomach was so empty, I was nauseous. So it's like, you need to eat, but how do you eat when you feel sick to your, that whole thing? I dealt with that whole thing Friday. So anyhow, Friday after work, I am in a mad rush to get things finished. And, I could have opened Saturday morning probably with not much else going on and it would have been fine. But I had a list and I wanted to accomplish everything on the list. And it was silly little last minute stuff, but it needed to be done for me. So anyways, so Friday night, I'm making trips from the house over to here. I'm, forgetting things. I'm scratching things off my list. I'm just doing all of that. So Friday night, somehow I was actually able to sleep. I don't know. I figured I would be a way big nervous wreck. I ate a little something, went to sleep, woke up Saturday morning, and actually felt pretty good. I forced myself to have something very small and my stomach was like, no, thank you. So I was dealing with that. So TMI, but the nerves were there, like the butterflies it was violent. Not that. All right, I'm gonna quit talking about that. I meant like the whole anxiety was just in full force. So anyhow, my daughter Ellie, if you watched my last video, you saw this. She was supposed to run cross country, but she told her coach, no, I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna be with my mom on her store opening. Thank you so much, Ellie. Oh my gosh, I needed that. So she was gonna meet me here and I was like getting really pumped up. So I turned the lights on, unlocked the doors. Supposed to open at 9 a.m. and at 10 till 9, the first car pulls in and 3 people get out. And I'm like, okay, we're just gonna do this. So Ellie and I work together seamlessly. She's a gem. She's a natural. I pretty much did the checkout stuff, although she was right beside me and watched me. So, she, I'm sure, could handle that as well. She did more of like the packaging up. I actually had bought a roll of raffle tickets and I decided that I was gonna do for every $10 spent pre-tax, you would get a raffle ticket and we're gonna collect them. I didn't wanna just do Saturday because I knew some people couldn't make it because of, sports and other obligations and things like that. So we're actually running it through this Friday. And so I've got my little basket here and we've got a gob of raffle tickets. And so we're gonna draw like probably 5 tickets out of that whole bundle and we're gonna give away some stuff. So just kind of a way to, do something cool and bring people in and just a little exciting thing. So she was in charge of raffle tickets and kind of packaging things up. She was so great with the customers. It was awesome. At one point somebody came in and they were questioning like what type of this is kind of like what I normally go for. What would you recommend? She goes right out from behind the counter and goes over and she's like, oh, I think this one would probably be what you're looking for, and takes the lid off and hands it to them to smell it. And they're like, oh, I love it. So it was just so cool to see her doing that because she's not had any experience at all. This child has not had a job. Like she's done like house sitting and stuff in the summer, but you know, she's a high school student. She's in sports, she's doing her thing. And so she's not really had a job like this. So I wasn't really sure what to expect, if she'd be shy or a little reserved or whatever, but she totally crushed it. So anyways, so opening day, 10 till 9, people come in, and it really didn't stop for quite some time. Finally, we got like a little bit of a slowdown, and it was so funny too because she was like, I'm getting a little bit hungry. And I was like, yeah, let's just go through a drive-through and just grab us, like, we'll split some chicken nuggets or something. I don't usually eat stuff like that, but at this point I hadn't eaten very much. My nerves were gone, things were running smooth, and I was like ready to eat. So she was like, I don't want to go, I don't want to leave you. And I'm like, babe, I'm gonna be fine, I promise. And it's like, no one's even here, just go. She leaves, and she couldn't have even been like 30 seconds away, and like 4 cars pull in. I am not even kidding. It was hilarious. I was literally laughing because I was like, oh my goodness, that's just the way it goes. But it worked fine. I mean, I was able to talk to them. A few of the people that were in here were people I know. There were a couple people that I had not met before. And so, I mean, there was a lot of people talking. And I think that's what was so cool about the day as a whole, was that it was very much just people were happy. They're happy to be here. Everyone's talking. Some of the people have already made purchases. Some of the people are repeat customers, but I've never met them face to face because they'll purchase online and I do a porch drop. So I've never even met them. So it was really cool to start putting some faces with names and just to kind of engage with people. Everyone came in and they loved the store. They said how cute it was and how good it smelled and how excited they were. And everything like that just made my heart swell. I mean, it was just like, finally, all the hard work, all the stress, the worry, the anticipation, the planning, the sleepless nights, the nerves, all that stuff. It was just like, it finally, I just felt the reward for the work, and it felt amazing. So sales wise, oh my gosh, like I did not know what to expect. Chris and I were talking, and just sort of based on like sales, and even though summer's a slower time and stuff, we were just kind of thinking like, well, you know, maybe the goal will be, you know, X amount. And I was like, yeah, that seems reasonable. I mean, hopefully we can hit that within a day. So we actually hit that kind of goal, our little rough estimate, within the first hour and a half. So I was like, okay, it's gonna be that kind of a day. So it ended up that we were over 3 times what I had hoped we would have in sales. Blew me away and absolutely terrified me at the same time, because I'm watching product just come off the shelves and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I need to start replenishing this product like yesterday. So that goes into like a whole nother thing. So I'm working full time, I've got my family, I'm trying to run this business now, and I have to do all the back end, you know, the restocking and everything. So it's a lot right now, and I'm really trying hard to figure it out. So we were open Saturday for the grand opening. We were open an 8-hour day. We were busy 8 hours, it seemed like. And then Sunday and Monday, I closed the store. And so Sunday was just kind of like, whoa, what just happened? And I started working on getting some jars ready for pouring and just different things like that. Monday off, all of a sudden I panic that I need fragrance for some of the candles. Oh wait, no, Sunday I started pouring. I started pouring candles Sunday. So Sunday I realized I'm low on a fragrance. Thank God it's one that's local to me. Local meaning like, I don't know, it's like a 35-minute drive from my house. So I'm looking at my schedule for the week, and I'm looking at their hours, and I'm realizing that Monday is literally the only day I can go. So get off work Monday, go get my Kroger click list, order, take it home and put everything away, drive 35 minutes each way, go get my fragrance oil and come back, dinner, blah, 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 blah. So it's been busy. It's been really busy. And then now, so yesterday, today's Wednesday. So yesterday was like my first day open during the week. So I work at the repair shop from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. and then I work here from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. So now I'm doing 12-hour days. Worked 12 hours yesterday, went home and cooked dinner, and then immediately started pouring wax melts. Today, Chris said he would cover dinner, so I came here right after work at 3 o'clock and worked till 7. It's just a little bit after. I just wanted to record this while I have a chance. So I finally was battling because I planned to be open 3 to 7 Tuesday through Friday and then hours on Saturday and, whatever. But I was standing here and it was kind of busy at the beginning of opening up today, and then since then it's just been nothing. And I was thinking to myself, I'm stressing myself out about my product dwindling down, and I'm standing here and I do have people shopping, but I'm not like so slam busy on a weeknight. So I battled a little bit. I ended up getting on Facebook and saying, hey, grand opening has been awesome. I need to restock my product, and I've decided I'm not going to open tomorrow, which is Thursday, so that I can just go home from work, cook dinner for my family, and spend the whole night pouring candles. So right now, it's kind of just like figuring things out as I go, and I'm very hopeful that people will be understanding of that they won't feel turned off by the fact that I'm not a 40-hour a week retail store or whatever, I'm one person that is pouring everything and labeling everything and doing everything online and getting it in the store and selling to the customer. So it's going to be difficult for me right now for a little bit, but I know that the hard work will pay off. And my ultimate goal is to be able to be so successful with this, and hopefully with this YouTube channel too, that I can eventually step away from my full-time job and make this my full-time. So whether that happens or not, who knows? And if it doesn't, I'm okay with it. Like, I'm gonna find my groove and I'm not worried about it. And if I juggle stuff, I juggle stuff. And, if I'm only open one weekend a month or whatever it is, so that I've got enough product, then that's what I'll do. I really feel like I can just kind of roll with the punches right now. So I'm not stressing out about it anymore. So anyways, having said that, I think I pretty much covered all of everything. My nerves, the soft opening, the grand opening, the way things are going. I'm in love with this store. When I walk in here after an 8-hour day at work, I just feel this renewed sense of happiness. And it's, it's so cliche, but they always say like, oh, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. I feel it with this. Trust me though, it's work. Anybody that has a small business, but you know what I mean. I don't walk in here with dread, like, gosh, I just worked all day and now I gotta go in here all night. Like, I love it. It's just my happy place and it feels so good. And I've been busy with like some back end stuff because here I launched my fall line and basically didn't even have pictures on my website yet because I was pressed for time with the store. So I got my product photography done and got that updated. I tweaked some stuff on my website. I've been, just doing a lot of like that different type of stuff while I'm in here, keeping track of my stock and all that. So it's been going really good and I feel really happy about it. I think tomorrow's move to go straight into just spending the evening pouring instead of coming in here, I think that's going to be a good move. Although I'm going to be a little bit sad to not be in here. I'm sure I'll be feeling like I'll be missing someone. But, this is just the way it is for the start. And I think people will understand that for the most part. And honestly, if they don't, then, there are other places to buy candles. And unfortunately, that's, just something I have to deal with. But so far, everybody's been amazing. And I'm grateful. So that's my story. And I'm sticking to it. If you guys have any questions about any of the events. Like, this feels like it's just been a lot. So the preparation or the soft opening or the grand opening or just day to day or whatever, like if you guys have questions or specific things you want me to address, or, you know, different video content, please let me know in the comments and I will do my best to get that to you. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go home and relax for a few seconds and then probably get right into pouring. So that's where I'm at with that. I do want to mention before I go, and I hope you guys have stuck around for this whole video because I feel like this is the most important part. When I was leading up to the week of the store opening, as I told you, had a lot of ups and downs emotionally. And there was a day that felt really tough, really tough. I was just exhausted. I felt like I was working 2 times as hard as I should have been for the same, you know, I mean, it was one of those where it was like, I just didn't feel like I had a good straight focus. I was all over the map. I was really worn down. And I had posted my video about kind of, you know, my last video about the struggle of whatever, of all that stuff. And I started getting email notifications of comments on that video. And I feel like every single time that I was really just like feeling like I was headed towards rock bottom, I would swear, you guys, I would get a notification and it would just be the most uplifting and amazing comment. So every single one of you that left a comment on that video, my last video, I felt that so much and I needed that. And I cannot thank you enough for that, because it literally helped lift me up when I was freaking out. So thank you, for real, from the bottom of my heart. I love and appreciate you guys like you just don't even know. It's been amazing, and I hope I can continue that with this channel. So if this is your first time and you want to hang out, please subscribe. Or if you watch my videos but you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. That really would be helpful for me and it means a lot. So anyways, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I will be back with you. Like I said, leave me comments on any certain specific topics you want me to cover for this journey, and I will be happy to do that. So until then, I will see you guys later. Have a good night.